Is it hard for kids that are born in these old manufacturing cities and urban settings to move ahead in society?
It certainly is a challenge. I think that there are a number of disadvantages that, especially in the downturn in the economy, might have in terms of lack of jobs, in terms of less money for social programs or education. But I think one of the great things about Fitchburg is that we don't necessarily need money, and we actually don't necessarily need the government to intervene. I mean, we have people like Bill, we have places like the Wachusett Boxing Club where very few dollars are needed to make a significant impact on a child. And I think what they're learning is not that there's something that's being served up on a plate to them. They're actually learning hard work. They're learning discipline. They're learning consequences very early on. So in many cases, I think that what you might see as disadvantages are actually advantages that many, many people don't have.
I have heard through the grapevine that from time to time you do rounds here at the gym. Tell us about that.
Yes, I have come here. I try not to tell people when I do, because sometimes people want to see me get beat up. I say I get beat up enough on TV at city council meetings. You really want to see me at the Wachusett Boxing Club getting beat up physically. I love it though. This is a great place. I wish I could get here more often. I come here and for me, it's not just a way for me to learn about the sport, because it's, you know, not that great. It's always arms up, Mayor, keep those arms up. But I get to see all the other people that come here. And it's definitely a time for me to get out of my office, to hear what people are saying, to talk with people, and I think that that's so valuable.
Are you any good?
Am I any good? My boxing instructor is not around here, so I mean, he says I did pretty well. I mean, I was standing at the end of, you know, our rounds, and I guess actually somebody said, wow, you actually did some extra rounds. I was like, great, thank you for telling me. You're trying to torture me. No, it's wonderful though. I mean, it's certainly taught me a lot here.
Would it be a fair statement to say that whether we're talking about boxing or basketball or hockey, kids that engage in these sports, they learn, as you mentioned, discipline and perhaps a way out if they don't want to continue to live in an urban setting?
I agree with that wholeheartedly. I believe that this is really a way where kids can grow in a number of ways. I think it keeps them off the street. It also provides them with direct access to mentors, but it also keeps themselves really accountable. So for example, this isn't just an island. This is really connected to a lot of the programming that we do throughout the city. This is actually one of the grantees of a tri-city anti-gang initiative. So this is really a way to keep kids off the street, have it be a positive group versus the gangs on the street. But also, if kids are acting out in school, well, guess what? If they want to come to the gym after school, you know, we don't allow them to. So there's definitely discipline that they learn, that what they do here is connected to what they do outside of this gym.
So for some kids, this is an alternative to crime. Would that be a fair statement?
I would say absolutely. It's an alternative to crime, but it's also something that they not only work hard while they're here, but they have to work hard to be here. And I think that's an important point to make.
Some people would argue that boxing is crude and undesirable. What do you say to those naysayers?
I mean, this country is all about football. I mean, I think what they do here is not any different from that. I think it's different in the respect that there is just a different level of discipline, because you're not there necessarily as a team, but you're really there as an individual, and the focus is on you. So I think that in essence, whatever crudeness there is, it's not really any different from the other sports. I wouldn't call it crude. I hope we would change the terminology to athleticism and discipline. Competition, because that's really where I see sports like football and sports like boxing.
This excerpt is brought to you by the Massachusetts School of Law, the leader of reform in legal education and a leader in multimedia education for the public. To view the full interview and for a full listing of MSL's programs, log on to mslaw.edu.